Well, g'day there, my name is Jason Greenlees and I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about Springdale South. So Darren and Julie came to us just over 12 months ago and said that they had an idea for a farm stay accommodation, but using eco cabins as the main destination, where privacy would be a major focus, and we would also need to present it as something that is something of luxury within the riverine area. So we had a lot to consider, and this is the website. It opens with a video intro, and that's similar to some of the best sites we saw for accommodation that were around and out there. So it captures the attention straight away and draws them in with the idea of, luxury, sitting by the fireplace, drinking a wine. So there's more of a story here as you sort of go through the website, and it's a story of, an escape, a premium escape for those people that live in the cities that simply want to get away from the hustle and bustle, and maybe they just need to come to Wagga anyway, and there's a reason for that. And Springdale South is only 20 minutes south of Wagga's CBD. Inspiration when we're looking at, and I think it's a really good site as well. One of the good things is that it actually has the availability calendar online, so it's embedded in the site. You can easily choose the dates you want to stay, whereas a lot of other accommodation sites don't have that. They sort of just push you over to somewhere else and have you book on booking.com or something. So that works really well. The second site we had a look at for inspiration was this one in Orange, actually. And they just do luxury accommodation exactly how Darren and Julie wanted to do it. But also, there was a few other options like the gift cards on this site that we thought, this is something that we probably need to have. But one thing we did integrate into the site was this ability to be able to check availability. And so, I don't see this, besides on chemo, I haven't seen this used very much, and I think it should be used absolutely everywhere. We can click on book now, still stay on the website, and we're basically presented with a booking page that we can check out quickly and easily with. And if we wanted to, from each of the different pages, that selection of dates is also there. It's available, so it's a quick and easy way that we can actually choose the date range and get them through to that next point in time. So starting with the video and some high quality visuals, we work down to basically what it is and what features it has, and then the cabins themselves. So Springdale South have 4 cabins available. They have Pines, Granite, Altitude, and Hideaway. So they've got 4 beautiful cabins. Each of the accommodation pages have their own set of features. They have their own gallery of images. They have a location, they have some amenities, they have house rules. And now I showed you before the gift cards on the Basalt website, and look, I've done the same thing here. We've got a gift card sign up where anyone who cares about a friend or a family member can jump on here and really quickly and easily, put in the details to basically, buy them a stopover voucher. Yeah, essentially is what it is. So yeah, a little bit of information on that. It uses the Stripe gateway. Every accommodation provider I've ever spoken to has always said, Jace, I just love people to book direct. Just have them book direct. What I have done with this site is I've created what they call a whole bunch of different schema. Now, you're not going to see this with other websites, especially not WordPress sites. You'll see some basic sort of schema, but you won't see, schema to the extent that we're seeing here. So even on our accommodation pages, we've actually put the schema, the features of that particular cabin in place. So it's describing to Google a lot, and to all the AI search bots that are going to be skimming this in a lot more detail, what these guys are. But if I wanted to, I could check even like pages like this. We could go rich text results Google, and there's this page out there called search.google.com.au. So if you don't know whether you've got any schema on your website, but you think, you know what, that sounds like a pretty good idea, you can come to this site, search.google.com. It doesn't require you to be a geek like me. You know, just pop your website address in there and just hit test URL. All we're looking for in the results of this is that there's a couple of schemas that are created that are describing the website. The more, the better. If you went to my website, Get Leads, you would find about 5 different ones that are all set up. So with this one, we've actually seen that there are local, and you can kind of see all of those cabins are all set up under that particular title. And if I look at the parent one, I can see their email address and geographical coordinates. I can see a bunch of features. There is a bunch of stuff, and this is 10 items that have been described through this mechanism. At this point in time, I should do a shout out to Miller McGill. So Miller is our graphic designer. She's built the brand and the logo, and she's put all that together, and she's done a really great job of that as well. If you do have a new website that you're planning for this type of thing, like eco accommodation on farms, then I would love more than anything to be part of that journey with you. And at the very least, you know, reach out. I can even put you in contact with Darren and Julie. I think that would love to be able to recommend us for that next project. Anyway, thanks so much. I'm gonna leave it there. Bye bye.